What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out a video by Roaming the Cotswolds, the beauty of the Cotswold Way. This is something I've been wanting to check out for quite some time now. Do you remember when we saw the sign for that in the first video we ever saw
on the Cotswolds?
On the Cotswolds. It was, I forgot the village that we were looking at, but it was stunning, to say the least. And so even the still frame right here looks incredibly beautiful.
Yeah, ever since we watched that video, I've been really wanting to look at the actual walk. We would call it a hike, but I know you guys just call it a walk.
I don't know how long the Cotswolds Way is, but I think it's fairly long. And I just imagine this would be an incredible walk or hike based off of this still frame alone.
Yeah, very scenic.
And what we've seen from the villages within the Cotswolds. This is going to be the first time we're really exploring outside of the villages themselves.
Yeah, like off the beaten path.
Right. So we get to see a little bit more of what the Cotswolds looks like outside of where people live, I guess. But before we get started, we just want to mention that yesterday we uploaded a video about, well, I'll let Lindsay.
On our other channel, Steve and Lindsay, we uploaded a video of how to make chocolate chip cookies.
Ooey, gooey deliciousness.
It was one of the most requested recipe videos we had.
Yeah, we've had a number of people wanting Lindsay specifically to do more recipe videos on the other channel, and chocolate chip cookies was one of the most requested. And this is the chocolate chip cookie recipe that she has made literally the entire time we've been together. And before that even.
I've been using this recipe since I was probably like 19 or 20, so.
Everybody that tries these chocolate chip cookies, love them.
So yeah, if you are in the mood to make some American style chocolate chip cookies, then head over to our other channel, Steve and Lindsay. We'll link it below, and hopefully maybe do a pinned comment as well, depending on when you're watching this, so. Yeah, go check it out. Give it some love. We appreciate it.
Wow. I love it, man. It's so like rolling hill, just lush and green and wow. Colored Peak Reserve.
Long Barrow. Wonder what that is.
Penn Woods.
Oh, I like that.
Oh man, I love that. Just seeing like the village in the bottom down there.
It's like a movie.
Yeah, that's stunning.
Well, good morning and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for clicking on today's video. Today we're walking along the famous Cotswold Way, that 102 mile
102 miles, wow.
Long distance footpath.
I didn't realize it was that long.
I know it's that long either.
Camden in the north of the Cotswolds down to Bath in the south.
Oh!
It's a famous
It connects to Bath.
footpath, one of the most famous, most popular, most best loved in the whole of the UK. And it attracts visitors and walkers from all over the world.
It would attract us.
It links many of the famous villages of Broadway, Chipping Camden, as I've said, and Bath, Cheltenham, Painswick, the Queen of the Cotswolds.
The Queen of the Cotswolds.
And it
Is that a
follows
village?
a limescale escarpment that runs from north to south, or south to north. You can walk it whichever way you want.
Look how high up he is.
I know, I was noticing that.
A sunny afternoon in January, bright blue sunshine after a windy, rainy, stormy couple of days. I live about a mile from here, and I'm on Selsley Common.
That would be very nice.
Common is a beautiful piece of elevated land where the Cotswold Way runs along for a few miles before it heads down to Dursley. And I'm on the Painswick Dursley stretch, and I'm going to show you a little bit of the walk today. It's quite a clear day, so I'm hoping you can see where the river is.
Look
over here, of course, you've got a much
at
better
the view.
Famous market town.
Dude, that is incredible.
I went to the farmer's market there not long ago. Showed you a video of that. And down here is the
Wow.
lovely little church of Selsley.
Oh,
So we're on
look at the
Selsley Common.
church.
There is a little village of Selsley, which is more like a hamlet. And that's the church there.
All right, guys. Sorry I have to pause this so soon, but this is incredible. Like, it's just idyllic.
Yeah.
It's like
a little postcard.
it looks like you're coming over this hill, and it's almost like a storybook. Especially seeing that little church down there. This is just beautiful. I can imagine like how awesome it is for this guy to actually have this right outside his doorstep, right down the road. Like,
Yeah, that'd be
how
pretty
cool
cool.
is that?
I would love to do the entirety of it.
Yes, 100%. Knowing that it goes through different villages and all the way to Bath, that would be an amazing adventure, and you could do that in just a few days. You know,
Yeah.
as long as you got your tent with you and whatnot.
Or a week if you want to like take your time.
Yeah, if you want to go slower, yeah, it'd take about a week maybe.
Lovely little church.
Dude, that looks like a great sledding hill.
Absolutely clear day, very cold.
It doesn't really look
across.
cold, does it?
Guess looks can be deceiving.
Stone
Yeah.
house. There's the river, the Severn,
Where?
on its way.
Is he saying the Severn? That's
The
what I
Bristol
thought.
Channel.
Yeah.
But in the distance behind the river
Dude.
is the Forest of Dean, another beautiful area.
Wait, that's the Forest of Dean right there?
No, I don't think
That's
so.
the boundary with Wales, or forms part of the boundary with Wales.
Hmm.
So yeah, we're right in the west of England,
Oh, I think I
probably
see the
about
river.
20
like
miles
way
from the Welsh border,
over.
30 miles.
Oh, is that down there? I see it.
Yeah.
All the way to the end down there.
Certainly less than an hour's drive.
What a great
What a
place just to
beautiful
come on
night.
an
Wish you could,
afternoon and just sit.
Feel how
Have a
cold it
picnic
is.
or
though.
something.
It's,
Yeah.
the face has gone numb. I've only been filming a little while, and my hands are cold. I'm not wearing any gloves. I hope you're enjoying it. You're in good spirits, good health. So,
So
here
some kind of
is
trail marker.
proof I'm on the Cotswold Way, because that is the official
I'm glad he
Mark
decided to look at this.
saying we're on the Cotswold Way.
What's that say?
There is a little sign, Cotswold Way.
Oh.
You can do a circular,
Circular walk.
and there's the famous acorn. So this is an official marker. It says we go in the direction where I'm pointing the camera. Now I'm showing you another view of the Severn Vale, because we're actually turning, the path's now turning, and we're heading towards an area that's going through woods. So we're going to be leaving the common. Unfortunately the sun is right overhead, so sorry if it's blinding people. I won't film for very long because it's probably not a very good image, but this is where the Cotswold Way heads. Once it reaches the end of the common,
All right, guys, I have a question. If anyone knows this area right here, is this owned by a private landowner, or is this all like country, nationwide owned or state owned
Like
land?
here it would be like Bureau of Land Management or
Yeah.
something.
Actually, it would probably be a state park or national park here.
Yeah.
And I'm also curious, do they actually have animals roaming, grazing here, or do they mow this or something? Of course, this is January. Maybe that's why it's not so
So
grown
short.
up. Yeah.
we're going into Penn Woods, so I'm going to show
It looks
you
kind of like
the
it's
map.
mowed, though, or something. See
So
that?
there's a bit of everything on this walk.
I don't know.
Maybe a little bit. I don't know.
Common land,
Maybe they
woodlands,
take a tractor through them.
Neolithic burial tombs, beauty
Neolithic
spots.
burial tombs.
Look, there's another
Yeah,
trail.
it's going to be
Yeah.
a bit of everything on a Saturday afternoon,
It looks like there's quite a
They're
few
so
trails.
narrow.
January
Yeah.
25th. If I'm wrong, it'll say below right now what date it is. I can't remember. I'm getting old. Anyway, it's going to be too bright here, so I'm going to switch the camera off, and I'll see you in a jiffy. Now, just before we go into the woods,
That looks steep.
one
Look at
half
that.
does.
of the famous British indie rock band Oasis
Oasis.
lives in a big country mansion somewhere on the edge of these woods. It's not that house that I'm filming at the
Really?
moment.
That was the
but
house I was talking
Liam
about.
Gallagher
so-
is renting a big property
Where's
here
that power line
while he
coming
prepares
from?
to go on tour with his
Oh,
brother
wait, it's
Noel
right there?
for a sellout number of gigs at the Wembley Stadium this summer. And quite often you can see Liam walking his dog on the common.
Well,
in
I
the
love
morning,
Oasis.
I know some
and
of their
in the
songs.
evening. He wears quite heavy
We're going to check them on
disguise.
Patreon.
But yeah, Liam Gallagher lives close by, one half of the brilliant band oasis.
By the way, how high up is
Some
this
may
right
say,
here?
Anyway.
Looks pretty high.
So
Oh,
we've
I
left
love
the common.
this. This is my favorite.
We're now in Penwood. A
Penwood.
lovely little place on the Cotswold Way. So we're sticking to the Cotswold Way. And yeah.
This looks like it'd be a very nice
couple of
place
miles
in
of
spring.
I was going to say once it's all
comes back
grown
Even
in.
more so.
Open land again. But yeah, this is Penwood.
Oh, wow. You can see how steep that is. This is a pretty steep
Such
area.
a lovely day today.
You could get some good exercise coming
Sunny,
up this hill.
Cold, bright sunshine, blue skies. Perfect day, really. And yeah, I'm really glad I came out. You know, sometimes you're sitting at home thinking, oh, I can't be bothered.
I don't want to do it, but then you're glad you did.
Yeah.
But you got to get out. It's one of my missions for 2025. Get out. Even if it's just for an hour, you know.
I need to do that more than I have been lately.
You know, I live here in the Cotswolds. I can go anywhere I want. I can walk onto the commons into lovely villages within 10, 15 minutes.
It would
like
be a
I've
really
done
beautiful
today.
place to live, man.
But,
You got so many
wherever
places
you
to
are, I
explore.
urge you, if you can, get out and see this beautiful world. We're only here once.
Great reminder.
We'll only ever see it once. One good thing about this time of year is you can see through the trees.
That's
You know,
true.
you get all glimpses of views.
Every month, I mean, every season has its beauty.
Yeah.
We all have our favorite seasons, but, you know, every one of them is
Oh, is
amazing
it
in some way.
Christmas?
People have walked along this
Yeah.
path over the years, and many more will follow.
It definitely looks kind of muddy right now.
So come through
Wow.
Penwood, and we're now at Coley Peak, Coley Nature Reserve, which is a
Dude.
beautiful, beautiful
Dude,
place.
hold on.
Yeah,
That
view
is
is
incredible.
beautiful.
I love seeing that little gate. You know, it makes me wonder, is this really private land here?
I don't know.
And I mean, like, I love the look of this, where you look down and you see, obviously, like grazing land, and you see the borders that are probably either tree lined or are stone walls. You see them?
Yeah.
I love that. It's such a beautiful look from above.
And you get a really good view of the Severn Vale, Severn
Wow,
Plain, the
it's
River
so
Severn in the
green.
distance.
I see the river, yeah.
And over here,
Yeah,
you
way
get
over there.
Hillthorpe,
Look at that little road.
Road.
Yeah.
Peak, or is it Cam?
This looks like it'd be a good area to go on a little
Coley
road
Peak's over
trip.
there.
It's like a beautiful place.
We're at Coley Peak, sorry, and then let's come along down.
And yes, I would sled down this.
Beautiful spot just up there we're going to go to as well. But
You
look at
would?
this. Absolutely spectacular. Busy today, a lot of people here.
I'd take
We can go
Sophia.
and see the Long Barrow from here.
I'm just playing. I'd probably be a
Go
little
walk
bit
up there in the
dangerous.
morning, but yeah, lots of families out, enjoying the fresh air.
The wall would stop you, don't worry.
It's true.
Yeah, big car park here, so I see you in a minute. Bye for now. So here we are at Nimsfield Long Barrow,
Nimsfield
which was
Long
built
Barrow.
over 5,500 years ago
Wow.
as a place for local farming communities to bury their dead,
Oh,
to
wow.
mark their territory.
Burial ground.
It's probably constructed, so the sign says, around 3,800 BC,
Man, that's crazy.
from soil and stone nearby. And here's an example of what it might have looked like. Hopefully you can see that.
Oh, interesting.
Nimsfield Long Barrow as it appeared during its construction. It's a Cotswold 7 barrow, one of about
So-
150 known to be scattered across the Cotswold Hills,
Wow.
Oxfordshire.
That's a
to
lot.
Somerset.
Is
Let's
in
take a
this
look.
one area, Cotswolds?
Okay, so let's go inside what's left of the barrow. And there we go. Quite a few stones left. One of the most famous archaeological sites in the Cotswolds, along the Cotswold Way, which goes down this way here.
You know, something I always think about when I see these old ruins like this, and you know that a lot of the stone that originally made up this, whatever it is, in this case, this like burial site,
Yeah.
you know, you gotta wonder what happens to the stone over time. I'm guessing the locals over hundreds or thousands of years just take stones
for
away
use elsewhere.
in their fences or whatever, in their houses. Who knows? It's just amazing to think about. Like, it was once this grand structure, and then piece by piece it starts being taken away. Until now, they're going to obviously protect it and stuff more. But it's just always interesting to me.
And I'm just going to squeeze through this gap, if I may.
So where are the burials at? It just
what a beautiful day.
Or everywhere on this mount?
It's that
Neolithic burial
raised
tombs.
part.
Just around?
I think.
Have been found here. I know skeletons have been found here. And yeah, it's a fascinating place. As it said on the sign, there's over 150 of these.
That's
in the
crazy.
Cotswolds, but not many actually on the Cotswold Way. So we're lucky that we've got this one here.
I thought I said 750.
No, I think it's 150.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Over. There you go. Get an aerial view.
I want to see over that tree line over there behind them. It looks like that would be a beautiful view.
So that's the Nimsfield Long Barrow.
Stop motorcycles or something, I
still
guess.
on the Cotswold Way, as you can see, we've left Nimsfield and Coley Peak, and we're back in the woods again.
My favorite parts are the wooded
walk that
parts.
links-
I love the woods as
Along
well.
to Uley, to the village.
But I
of
love
Uley,
those views equally, though.
The
And
views are nice.
Uley Bury,
But I am a fan of the
another
woods.
very interesting feature, which we'll go and explore. Again, it's got tremendous views across the Forest of Dean and the Severn Vale.
The Forest of Dean.
Yeah, you've got everything today. As I say, woodlands, common land, scenic viewpoints, archaeology. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, that's
And,
pretty crazy.
This place has everything,
I'm really glad it
honestly.
came out. I hope
And
you
just
are
one
too.
small stretch.
Yeah.
Hope you're enjoying this video. And yeah, what a beautiful place this is. That's that lime escarpment I was talking about earlier on, that the Cotswold Way basically just follows pretty much. And yeah, just going to try and get a
Ooh,
shot of it.
Look at that.
Look at that famous
Sheer
Cotswold
face.
stone.
It's limestone?
I think
Many
that's
of the
what it
villages we visit and the houses we photograph are made from stone of this, like this.
sounds. We have a very, very big limestone quarry here.
Yeah.
It's a lovely wood, lovely bird song.
Isn't it the largest in the
Almost
U.S. or
feels like
something?
spring
I
is in
think
here.
Close to
so.
it?
I know we haven't reached the end of January yet, but we're not far away.
Listen
Wow.
to the birds.
There's some nesting
They're so
birds in there,
happy.
actually. Yes, there are. Probably don't like me.
Look at that.
Look at
It
this
almost looks like a cave.
Wow. Big crack in the... Look at that.
Wow.
Can you see that? You picking that up?
It's so tempting to want to go in there.
Yeah,
Crack
definitely
in
is.
the, in the limestone.
Claustrophobia would keep me.
Look at it.
Really? Just going and stepping
I
in
mean,
that?
to like just the
Absolutely
small
amazing.
part, but I'm not going splunking.
Look to the left. All that view gets
That's
cut
pretty
off.
steep.
All that view gets cut off in the summer, I'm guessing. Just goes to show you that would be the beauty of winter, being able to see the view through the trees,
Mm-hmm.
you know? But then the flowers probably come in spring.
This
and
part kind of reminds me of the Eno.
It does a little bit.
Okanichi.
Yeah, it does a little bit. I love elevation. I like being at elevation.
Sun's already starting to lower in the sky. We are obviously past the shortest day. So it gets dark about 6 o'clock in the UK now. So we've just deviated from the
Ooh,
Cotswold Way
this is different.
so that we can walk
Yeah, I
along
love
what's
how
known
it's
as
all so
Uley
varied.
Bury,
Yeah.
Uley Barrow.
Uley
This
Bury
is a
Hill Fort.
prehistoric, I think, Iron Age settlement.
It's like on the ridge now.
It dominates the landscape. And yeah, it's a
Iron
beautiful
Age
place.
fort.
Man, that is
I'll
beautiful.
put more information down below and in
Is that a house down there?
in the video.
Okay, now we're like,
This is the actual
wait, what is that in the distance?
timings.
Up on top.
Yeah, is that
And
just
what's found
trees
here.
or
I
is
know
that?
coins have been found
I
here?
think it might be just
including
trees.
Gold coins, Roman coins, and also plenty
Look at
of
this long
fossils.
tree sitting by
I
itself.
think even some
It reminds me of
from the
Sycamore
Jurassic
Gap.
period.
Sycamore
Gap a
This
little
from
bit.
Water, believe it or not. Lots of marine life, and also dinosaurs. I think because this area, limestone, is famous for its fossils and dinosaurs. So yeah, I'm just going to show you a bit more of this. That's a glider ahead. There's a gliding school around here.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And let's go and
Yeah.
explore Uley Bury. So I don't know quite which way you say it. On the notice board it said.
Some of these
Bury
areas look like it'd be
Uley.
great for hang gliding.
Yeah. I bet he was mentioning finding a lot of coins and like pottery and old artifacts. I think metal detecting would be really cool to do.
Oh, dude, I think it would. Yeah.
You would find so many cool things.
Yeah, much
more than
older.
here.
Yeah, much older than you'd find here. Yeah, I think that would be a great hobby to have.
Yeah.
Coming to the edge.
Wait,
of
is
the,
this like a double trail?
Bury?
See them down there?
Again, some great views. Down there is the little village of Uley.
I can't get enough of the views, man.
Uley Ales, little Cotswold place. And this is the.
I wonder how many little villages are in the Cotswolds.
Points.
I don't remember. I feel like it was
Cotswold
quite
Way.
a lot.
Lots of places to stay, pubs, bed and breakfasts. And if you want to walk from Painswick along Selsley Common through the woods like I've done, past Nymphsfield Barrow, Coley Peak, and come up here, it's about a 12-mile walk.
That's
So
a nice
easily
walk.
do it in a day.
Yeah.
And yeah, a very, very nice part of the Cotswold Way. We're actually just, as I say, off the Cotswold.
Well, that's 24-mile walk if you talk back.
Round trip.
But it links back up in a minute.
Oh wait, links back
So,
up. Is
yeah,
he going in a
I'm just going
circle?
to show you a bit more.
Well, it did say circular.
Yeah, it did.
That'll be it for today. As I say, I've got a busy afternoon, and I don't want to keep making these videos too long, especially when it's
Oh, dude, I
more
love
of
this
a walking
landscape.
trip than
I'm a fan of the rolling hills.
village tour.
Yeah, I like them too.
And
Are
I
those
can't
cow
believe the weather's so
patties?
calm.
What are?
There were some
know.
trees down on the roads. I noticed.
Wow.
I mean, that is just
Oh,
that's worth getting out of your chair for. Isn't
Wow.
it? Look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
that's incredible.
view.
What a view.
Yeah, we came that way,
Dude, the view is
glider up there.
360
I
almost.
feel like, at least
and
for
we're
me,
still on the.
someone who's directionally challenged,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it would be easy to get turned around in the show, because it looks very similar.
A lot of
in
it looks
lot of
similar unless you look for
directions.
different
Yeah.
landmarks. Yeah.
Barrow. You can see how high it is now.
Dude, that
In the
is.
distance is Tyndall's monument. I'll.
This might be the
put a
greatest
brief bit
view.
of that Tyndall's
This video
monument, and
right
one
here.
day we may go there and make a video of it.
Look at that hill right there.
Tyndall's
Landmark.
monument.
This is Dursley.
Dursley. That village.
Uley Barrow, I think, is there. Yes, that's Uley
Oh
Barrow.
my goodness, dude.
Sorry, we're on Uley Barrow. That's Cam Barrow. That's where the
Barrow.
Cotswold Way
Like a
joins up
burial
again.
ground?
I don't know.
Dursley in the background, and then you can just see a bit of the Forest of Dean and a bit of the River Severn.
Oh my goodness, dude.
So,
Look
yeah.
at this. I would like to take a hang glider. Boop,
What a
right off
wonderful
that.
view,
Would you?
folks.
Maybe I've had some training.
Glad to
Well-
have you with me.
Yeah.
Looks like a bit more limestone down there.
Dude, look, there's other trails
Yeah.
down there. That looks steep.
Absolutely beautiful.
I don't know how close he is, but he looks very close to this
Way up
steep
there. Get
drop
the
off.
buzzards up here. And red kites.
Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah, this is pretty high up.
What an incredible place.
Yeah, this has just made me want to do it myself all the more.
100%. This is one of the greatest stretches of beautiful views over and over and over again I think I can remember ever seeing.
Yeah.
You know, at least for me, everybody likes different types of scenery,
Right, landscape.
and they have their favorites. This kind of like look is definitely on the top of my list in terms of my favorite scenery. I
Green
love
rolling hills.
yes, the green rolling hills, the lushness,
Yeah.
you know, and just like I love something about being up high and seeing small villages below through this green lush farmland.
Yeah.
And I for some reason something that always stands out is seeing the little lines like from a distance, like the rock walls or the tree lines and stuff.
Fencing.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about that. I think it's just unique compared to like what I would see here, and so I'm not used to seeing it. So it's like it's just stands out to me because it is so unique. It's a landscape we generally don't have here that I know of. You know, obviously we have mountains and we have rolling hills and stuff,
Yeah.
but you don't really see this like village look very often. You don't come across
Combination
this.
of all of it.
No, yeah, it's the combination of all of it. Being able to see so far from elevation of just this beauty. I really like it a lot.
Yeah.
But this was an incredible video, guys. Definitely a place which we already knew we wanted to check out the Cotswolds when we get over to the UK.
Yeah.
But this would be something we would definitely like to take a little time doing. Obviously, I don't know about walking the whole thing with our 6-year-old, but, and obviously I think he said we saw about 12 miles of the 102 mile. Was it 102?
105?
Something like that. It was a little over 100 miles for the Cotswold Way, and we saw about 12 or so miles of it, which obviously to show the whole thing, he would obviously have to be camping for like a week or something.
Yeah.
But I definitely like to be able to explore other things along the Cotswold Way. So if you know of what sections we should be specifically looking for,
Yeah.
let us know in the comments, because we'd like to see what else the Cotswold Way had. I'm not sure if most of the Cotswold Way looks like this, where you're seeing, these beautiful villages and the farmland or whatnot. But I'm guessing at some point, probably as it gets closer to Bath, I'm thinking you're probably going to see more flatland. I don't know that for sure. It's just what's in my head.
Your guess.
Yeah, it's my guess. But guys, just as we thought, the Cotswold Way is beautiful.
Yeah.
And so I think that's it for us today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please click that like button. Feel free to drop your comments or suggestions about this video or others. And guys, don't forget to check out the chocolate chip cookie video we have on our second channel.
Yes.
The link will be in the description. And as always, the link for this video that we just checked out will be in the description as well.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Until next time. Peace.
Bye.